La pelota para Álvarez, giró, le va a prender mecha. ¡Álvarez! ¡Gol!
All this talk of Erling Haaland coming in, and yes, we do have a brand new striker with a big pedigree behind him in Erling Haaland, but put some respect on my man, Julian Alvarez's name. My man is coming in clutch with big goals for his club right now, River Plate, and it's time we started getting excited about this guy. Understandably, a lot of you and the wider City fan base are very excited about Erling Haaland, and if you've watched our videos about Erling Haaland in recent months, you know we are too. But this guy is, I promise you, someone to be excited about as well. I've got his stats up here. Julian Alvarez, River Plate star, Argentina star, up-and-coming player, 22 years old, just turned 22 by the way, still very young, slightly older than Haaland. He scored 14 goals and 4 assists in 17 appearances, both in Copa de la Liga and the Libertadores. This guy is a star in the making. Get him into Pep Guardiola's squad. Get him playing with our attacking players, our attacking midfielders. Let him adjust a little bit to the new country, the new climate, the new language, all that jazz. I have a really good feeling about this guy. Now, Rebel, you'll know that Khaldoon, at the time of recording, dropped part 1 of his end-of-season interview, and he spoke about Haaland and Alvarez and how those transfers worked, and he spoke about how Haaland, they were monitoring for 4 or 5 years, and he credited the Julian Alvarez signing to the fantastic scouting network we have at the club right now, and they showed some cool images and graphics of the people, the scouting system and the scouting workers, whatever you want to call them, doing their job. And quite clearly, when you can find gems like this, and I'm calling him a gem based on the reputation he has currently coming out of where he's coming from. I mean, to be a star in South America, if you ask me, is a really hard thing to do because there's so much quality in South America. I just want to give you guys a bit of a perspective or give you a way to think about it. There's so many players in South America, it's unbelievable. Brazil is essentially the home of football. They breed players and churn them out like there's no other, and millions of which are world class but never get found because there's not enough scouting networks in world football that can find all these gems, so they don't get the careers they deserve. And I think Alvarez is a star in the making, and I think Khaldoon will be correct, and we'll be saying it in 12 months' time. This is another credit to our scouting network. Well, I'm really excited about this guy. Of course, we're all excited about Haaland, but as Khaldoon said, we've gone from a position where we lost Sergio Aguero, we had no strikers, to now we have one with a massive, massive pedigree in Europe in Erling Haaland, breaking records in Champions League and Bundesliga, to this young and up-and-coming Argentinian superstar. We know all about Argentinian superstars. What are you saying about this guy?
I think I'm like you. I'm really excited for him. I can't wait for him to come in. I can't wait to have another dynamic player who can play off the left and play off the right, can play through the middle. It's a bred goal scorer. We just saw him score 6. He's a fantastic footballer. It's not even just that he's a good goal scorer. He's a great footballer with the ball at his feet. He's able to get in behind players too. I think he's just an all-around fantastic player. We've watched the odd highlight of him here and there. Like, it's very hard to grasp like how good a player is from being over in those leagues, but this is just I'm taking that pure face value. This man's going to be a monster. I think he suits the system down to the ground too. I think hopefully, the fourth player I think of and I like in him is Gabriel Jesus straight away, but I have a bit more hope for him than Gabriel Jesus.
That's a controversial take. You've definitely pissed off quite a lot of people.
I didn't mean it in a bad sense. I mean a pacey South American player who will get a goal.
Because there's a lot of Gabriel Jesus fans out there, and he does deserve his flowers for his end of season performance. He was great. He contributed with some big goals and that kind of thing. But the thing is, what makes me excited about Alvarez is, and if I was a fan of probably any other club, I wouldn't be as excited as I am about Alvarez. Because of the way we have signed players in the past and the way we have signed players since Sheikh Mansour took over with little or no reputation, not superstars at all, and turn them into superstars. That makes you feel like, as a fan, every single young player we bring in is going to turn out to be quality based off the recent records. Look at the players who've come in over the years who, yes, probably good players where they've come from, but we make them great players. And like on the thing you mentioned there, he scored 6 goals in his last game for River Plate. And plenty of you will say, take that with a little bit of a pinch of salt because he's playing in Argentina or wherever he's playing. Who scores 6 goals in a game? That's outrageous. You couldn't do that in Sunday League, never mind professional football level. It's pretty crazy stats. And if he can bring in a new dynamic and a fresh option to the squad, that's only an asset to us. And we're all saying, and I said this on the video I did with Jordan the other week, is that I don't think a huge amount will change in terms of the way we play. I just think it'll be when Haaland does play up top, He'll stay where he is. He won't drop into the channels. He won't move left and right. He'll just tell that big Norwegian guy, stay in the box and get your head and your feet on the ball and put in the back of the net. But there is now the possibility that we could see a whole new formation change. You could see if Alvarez takes the City quickly, which we hope he does, and he's due to arrive in July, we could see a situation where Pep decides, I'm going to play two up top. I'm going to have an almost, if you like, Aguero, Dzeko kind of situation. A big, stocky, strong bulldozer of a striker. No disrespect to Dzeko, but I think Haaland's a bit more athletic than him, but that type of player with those type of qualities. And then the Aguero type, the small, nippy, lethal forward in Julian Alvarez. This is an exciting prospect. And Khaldoon also spoke about in his interview how Pep decided, and Pep makes the decisions on how big his squad is and who exactly is in the squad. The board quite clearly don't tell Pep what's what, and that's quite a good thing for Pep, and that's probably a reason why he stayed so long, is because it's not like when Roman Abramovich was at Chelsea or the Glazers at United, where they're telling the manager, you're having this player and you're playing this guy whether you like it or not. Clearly Pep gets full say over who comes in and who goes out. And it seems to be a case of now Pep wants to make his squad bigger. There's no talk really, or any concrete talks of too many players leaving. I know that Gabriel Jesus is due to leave. There's talks over Sterling. There's talks over Zinchenko. Just paper rumours really. But clearly Pep wants a bigger squad. And I think I've said this many times throughout the season, Rel, and you can give your thoughts on it. You need a big squad to fight on all four fronts. Obviously, we got one trophy this year. It's the big one for us. Buzzing with that. But if Pep, knowing Pep the way he is, if he wants to fight on all four fronts, he needs a bigger squad. And adding not one but two believed to be lethal strikers is going to be a huge, huge addition. And it is scary hours for everyone, if you ask me.
Yeah, exactly. You need a big squad to win everything. I think there's only been one ever instance of winning that type of quadruple, and it wasn't in England or any of the top 5 leagues. It's you need a huge squad. You need everybody to be contributing. And that's why we have someone coming in, regardless of if Jesus leaves, we still have another person, another gun coming into the Arsenal. I feel like we need everyone we can get. And it looks like, judging off what Khaldoon said earlier, it's not going to stop. It seems like we're getting a couple of more players in too, but focusing purely on Alvarez and, like you said, the type of formation we could play with him there. I think this has gone back now a couple of months. When we have the Discord, we're talking the Discord, I said it wouldn't surprise if he played a 5. I think if Alvarez takes quickly to Manchester, if he takes like a duck to water, which hopefully he does, we could definitely see that too. I remember when Pep started coming in after he'd made the big summer signings, he tried playing the 5, he tried playing 2 up front. It wouldn't surprise if it made a comeback having that type of player. Like, again, it's a big cook, little cook type scenario where there is a fucking massive Norwegian fella in the box with service coming at him for both wings, and if he's not there, then you have the tidy little finisher to get in behind there too. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
It's very exciting. It really is an extremely exciting position to be in as a fan. And, when you win leagues and you win trophies like Pep has done consistently for 6 years now, it's easy to say, you know what, we have a winning system, a winning squad, let's just hold on to that and keep it going. But no, quite clearly Pep is thinking long term, and that's probably a sign, a positive sign for him staying longer than his current term is due to end. He's thinking about the future. He wants to refresh that squad, and we will do more transfer videos. We will talk about Mark Cucurella. We haven't we haven't not paid any recognition to that. We did a Calvin Phillips video on this. I'm sure we will be linked with more names. Khaldoon did say, he promised in his interview, and he generally delivers when he makes a promise, that there will be more incomings. Now, it's a really exciting time. I'm really excited to see both these players come in. We wanted to just do this video because, yes, rightly so, there's a lot of hype around Haaland. We're going to do a Haaland video very soon as well and give more thoughts on him. But this guy, Alvarez, I promise you guys, he's one to watch out for. Go and look at his highlights. I've done it. I've looked at his highlights, and you can say highlights are only ever going to show the good sides of a player. If that's only his good sides, I'm willing to take the bad sides for the good. There's a lot of good there and a lot of room for development with his age and getting him into Pep's project, and just give him patience. But I want to just pay heed and give him some respect and get you guys a bit ready. Get down below in the comments and give us your thoughts. Have you watched Alvarez? What do you think of this guy? What do you think of the prospect of playing a 2 up top? What kind of formations can we wriggle around with? Having a bigger squad, like I said, gives us more wriggle room. It gives us more room to change things up. Option B, option C, option D. Analyze your opposition and see what formation suits us best. We are no longer stuck to just playing a 4-3-3 and a false 9 and hoping that works on that occasion. It's exciting times. It's It's a season to look forward to. It really is. I can't wait for these guys to come in July. Maybe watch me the pre-season and see what happens. Get down below in the comments. Give us all your thoughts. Like the video. It helps us massively. And subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you very, very soon with another video. Good night and God bless.
you.